Hey everybody! I thought I would share some ideas for budget-friendly gift giving. And I also wanted to show you how I wrap presents. I use just simple pieces of scrap paper, material, anything that I have on hand as an alternative to wrapping paper. So if you'd like to see how I do it, stick around. The first present that I'm wrapping is for one of my son's birthdays. First, I was perplexed about what to get him for his 30th birthday, and then I remembered this print. It's titled Forgiven. It's pretty pricey online, so I didn't think it would hurt to have a print made out at my local photo shop for $2.99, since I'm not selling it. And I put it in a $5 frame. I think it makes a perfectly suitable gift, and I know that he's really gonna love it. I started by putting it in some bubble wrap since I have to ship it to him. Then I covered it in a piece of scrap packing paper. I'm wrapping it the exact same way I would as if I were using wrapping paper, except I'll have to use a few dabs of hot glue to keep it secure. Now I have a blank canvas. This is where the fun begins, because I can mix and match, take old scraps, kind of try to get an idea of what I'm looking for. And since this is going, to a guy, I want to make sure it's somewhat masculine still, no flowers or anything like that. It's just a lot of fun to try to figure out how I want it to look. This is where you have to get creative. I think I figured out how I want it to look. So I'm starting with black, and I like to tear the paper because I think that it just gives it more of like a look that it's always been that way. It's really rustic, and I enjoy doing that. I think it looks really good. And it also layers really well if you use, say, a crinkle cut scissor. I just think it looks really great. I'm keeping in mind that I would like to wrap all the way around the back also. So I'm just kind of matching the paper to itself so it'll line up on the back as well. To try to use as least amount of glue on this part as possible since I don't want it to show through the paper. And it's no problem, I'll just attach it to the paper on the back. So I did a little bit of trimming up of the black paper, and I've got that on pretty good. Now I'll go ahead and just add my next layer. I think I'll go with this blue. I like how it's showing up against the black and the brown. You really can't go wrong. I do choose to use as little glue as possible during this layer so it doesn't show through the paper. Don't forget to flip it over and do the other side. I love this paper that looks like old photos. I love it. This is just the look that I was going for. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Don't forget to turn it over and do the other side. Next, I'll add some decorative tape. It took some effort, but I got the string tied. And I really love adding different things like the tape, the string, the paper, all of it combined together. I just think it just looks lovely. And from here, I can just put any kind of embellishment that I want on it, like stamps. Stamps are always good. You can put them anywhere you like, just little reminders that they're loved. That one says you're inscribed in the palm of his hand. And I love this one because it looks like postage, a postage stamp. I just think it's great. Stickers could also be used. Anything like that you could find that would add another little dimension to your gift wrapping, another little message that you could send to that person. I think it's all just awesome. Handwritten notes are a dying art. Don't forget to add a handwritten note. Well, this one turned out so much better than I thought it was going to. You know, it's always a challenge to make something like this for a guy because I don't want it to be too feminine. But at the same time, I want him to recognize that I made this, that his mom made this for him. I went ahead and stuck in a leaf that I collected in New Hampshire last year. I thought he would really like it, and I like that this project gave me little slots to slide things like that into. Well, I love it. It's masculine still. It's not too foofy. It's more of for a guy, you know. This is for my son, and it's his 30th birthday, and I thought, what better thing to give him than a reminder that Christ is always with him. And I kind of enjoy doing this. It I think took me 20 minutes, yeah, give or take. I get picky sometimes when I start to fuss with how I want it to look. And I make a huge mess whenever I do these things. But that's okay. It's my mess. It's my art room. I could do what I want here. It's awesome. But, you know, I've learned some things over the years. I've, in the past, spent a lot of money on people's gifts. And through the years, I've spent little to no money on a gift for someone. And I've learned never, ever, ever apologize for a gift that you give someone if it's handmade. If you spend some time on it like that, I mean, that's the best gift that you could give someone is letting them know that they're worth your time. Next gift is for my daughter-in-law and my son and my grandson. He's due to be born next month in February, and I did some research and found out his birth flowers are violets and primroses. I don't have primroses, but I did have a form of violets from my garden last year. I went ahead and pressed them and put them in this $10 frame that I got from Walmart. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for her baby shower today. This one I managed to crank out pretty quickly because I knew exactly what I wanted it to look like. I had the paper set aside. I did not do the back because I wanted her to be able to rip it from around the back and open it up so that she doesn't jar the flowers. I chose to put a little key trinket on it and also found some baby's breath. I thought, what a sweet little touch to this gift. And then she could always tear it apart and use the scraps for something that she might like to do with it. I think it turned out great. Well, here they are all finished, ready to get sent out. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed showing you guys this process and sharing that with you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tell me what you guys do for alternative wrapping papers. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys again soon.